My fiancé messaged me 30 minutes before our wedding. "I'm sorry, I can't marry you. I deserve better." I told the DJ, "New plan, play the dance mix." Then I took the stage, shared her text aloud, and turned the reception into a breakup bash. 3 days later, she showed up sobbing after learning her fallback guy was already engaged. I never imagined I'd be the guy with a wedding catastrophe tale, but life throws curveballs when you least expect them. I'm Ethan, and 6 months ago, I was set to marry the woman I thought was my forever. Emma and I had been together 4 years, engaged for 1. We met in grad school, built our careers together, and moved in after 2 years. The proposal was at her family's beach house, with both our families watching from the porch. It was magical. She cried, I cried, everyone clapped. Wedding planning was tough, as it always is. Emma wanted a grand affair. I'd have preferred something simpler, but her happiness mattered most. So we reserved an upscale venue, invited 175 guests, and splurged on flowers, catering, and an open bar. 2 weeks before the wedding, Emma moved most of her stuff to her parents' house, per her family's tradition. She left some clothes, personal items, and a few boxes we'd planned to take to our new home post-honeymoon. She was supposedly staying with her parents until the wedding, though I later learned that wasn't quite true. On the wedding morning, I woke up energized. My best man, Jake, and 3 groomsmen were at an Airbnb near the venue. We ate breakfast, suited up in tuxes, and headed for pre-ceremony photos. Everything was on track. Then, 30 minutes before the vows, as guests were seating and I waited in a side room with my groomsmen, my phone pinged. A text from Emma. "Ethan, I'm so sorry, but I can't go through with this. The last few weeks showed me I deserve better than what we have. Please don't look for me or contact me. I've left the venue. I hope you'll understand someday." I stared at my phone, rereading the words, certain it was a joke. But Emma wasn't the joking type. Jake saw my face and asked what was wrong. I showed him the text, and his expression shifted from confusion to fury. "Is she for real? What's this deserve better nonsense?" "No clue," I said, still dazed. "Call her best friend, see if she's really gone." He did. Sophie, her maid of honor, answered, crying. Confirmed Emma had bolted from the venue 20 minutes earlier, grabbing only her purse and phone, leaving her wedding dress in the bridal suite. The wedding coordinator knocked, asking if we were ready. I showed her the text. She stayed calm. "What do you want to do?" she asked. What did I want? My fiancé had just abandoned me at the altar via text. My first urge was to lock myself in that room forever. The second was to chase Emma and demand answers. Neither felt right. Then an idea hit. "Everything's paid for, right? Venue, food, drinks?" "Yes," she confirmed. "All settled." "And our friends and family are here?" "They are." I looked at Jake, then back at the coordinator. "Then let's throw a party." Jake's eyebrows shot up. "What kind?" "A My Fiancé Dumped Me party. Tell the DJ to switch to the dance playlist we picked for later. Get the bartenders pouring." The coordinator paused. "I need to check with the venue manager about altering the event. There could be contract issues." "Do it," I said. "I'll sign whatever's needed. Same space, time, services, just a different vibe." She stepped out to call, returning soon with a relieved nod. "Manager says it's fine. They've seen worse wedding disasters. As long as we're not breaking laws, they're good." Within minutes, she'd briefed the staff on the shift. Jake told my parents and siblings, who were stunned but rallied behind me. I texted close friends in the crowd to explain. At my request, the DJ announced a program change and directed everyone from the ceremony area to the reception hall. Confused guests shuffled in, where lights were lowered, the dance floor glowed, and the bar was open. The DJ swapped classical tunes for upbeat tracks. Once everyone was inside, I grabbed the mic. My heart raced, but I felt oddly steady. I briefly hesitated about sharing Emma's text, but decided her altar ditching voided any privacy claim for the breakup itself. Thanks for coming today, I started. You've probably noticed there's no wedding happening. Murmurs spread. About 30 minutes ago, Emma sent me this. I held up my phone and read her message aloud. Gasps and whispers filled the room. I saw Emma's parents, shocked and mortified, near the back. We've got two choices, I went on. Go home sad and confused, or enjoy this gorgeous venue, great food and paid-for open bar with a party. I choose the party. Silence hung for a moment. Then Jake started clapping. My old college buddy hollered from the crowd. Applause grew. My mom, teary but smiling, joined in. Emma's parents slipped out the back. I didn't blame them. DJ, turn it up, I said, passing back the mic. The music blasted, and people started dancing. The catering staff, with a nod from the coordinator, served cocktail hour bites. Bartenders poured generously. What followed was the strangest, most liberating night of my life. Friends and family enveloped me with support, letting me vent, laugh, or hit the dance floor. Even some of Emma's friends who stayed expressed shock and solidarity. Not everyone embraced the sudden shift. About a quarter of the guests, mostly older relatives and a few of Emma's family friends, quietly left after offering sympathies. I got it. A breakup bash isn't everyone's vibe, but those who stayed were committed to making the best of a rotten situation. The party ran until midnight. We ate the wedding meal, ignoring the seating chart. We drained the bar. Someone got the DJ to play Sweet Caroline, and the whole dance floor belted it out. My dad, who never dances, tried the moonwalk. My teenage cousins taught my 82-year-old grandpa how to floss. All night, I kept checking my phone, half expecting Emma to text an explanation. Nothing. The next morning, I woke with a splitting headache in my apartment. Jake had crashed on my couch to check on me. I had dozens of messages from guests expressing sorrow, but saying they had a blast at the breakup bash. I spent the day in a fog, answering calls from worried relatives and friends. Still no word from Emma. Her social media went silent. Mutual friends had no idea where she was. By day 2, shock turned to anger. I packed up Emma's remaining stuff from our apartment. She'd moved most out 2 weeks prior for her traditional stay with her parents. I arranged with her sister to have it collected. I canceled our honeymoon and recouped most of the cost. I drank too much bourbon and dozed off to random TV. On the third day post-non-wedding, my doorbell rang at 7 p.m. There was Emma, eyes swollen from crying, in a baggy hoodie and sweatpants, her go-to distress outfit. "Can I come in?" she asked quietly. Part of me wanted to slam the door, but I needed answers. I stepped aside, letting her into the apartment we'd shared for 2 years. She perched on the couch's edge, like she might bolt. "I'm sorry," she started, tears forming. "I handled it all so wrong." "You think?" I said, voice calm. "You ditched me at the altar with a text, Emma. A text, 'I know, it was terrible, I panicked.' Why? What happened? What's this deserve better about?" She stared at her hands. "It's complicated." "I've got time." She took a shaky breath. "Remember Ryan from work?" Ryan, the new creative director at Emma's firm, mentioned casually a few times. "Vaguely," I said, dread rising. "We got close the past few months. As friends at first, but there was something there. He got me in ways I felt you didn't. He was dynamic, driven. And you were cheating," I said flatly. "Not physically," she said quickly. "Not until the night before the wedding. The night she was supposedly at her parents'. So you cheated, then dumped me 30 minutes before our vows because Ryan was your thrilling backup?" She winced, but didn't deny it. "He said he had feelings for me, said I was settling with you, that I deserved someone who matched my drive, my spark. And you bought it. I was scared, overwhelmed by marriage. He felt like an escape. So why are you here? Shouldn't you be off with Ryan?" Tears streamed down her face. "He's engaged, has been for a year. His fiancée's abroad, but coming back next month for their wedding. He never mentioned her." I couldn't help it. I laughed. A sharp, bitter laugh that made her flinch. So he just wanted a fling before his wedding? And you fell for it? I made a horrible mistake, she whispered. I threw away our life together for a stupid fantasy. Wait, videos. They're all over social media. Everyone posted clips of your speech, the party. She showed me a video someone posted of my announcement, followed by the dance party. It had over 100,000 views. Fantastic, I muttered. I'm a meme. You looked so strong, so composed. I was hiding in a motel, waiting for Ryan, who ghosted me. When I finally got hold of him yesterday, he admitted the truth about his fiancée. Said he thought I knew it was just casual. I felt a mix of vindication, grief for our lost relationship, and pride for handling the disaster with some grace. What do you want, Emma? I asked. Forgiveness? Another shot? I don't know, she admitted. Maybe both? I don't deserve it, but I still love you, Ethan. Our 4 years had to mean something. I weighed her words. Part of me still loved her. 4 years don't vanish. But the trust was gone. Her image was forever tainted. You're right about one thing, I said. You don't deserve either. This wasn't just a mistake. You made deliberate choices that humiliated me on what was supposed to be our best day. For what? A guy who used you, just like you used me. That's not fair. No, what's not fair is a breakup text 30 minutes before I do. What's not fair is learning the person I trusted was living a lie. What's not fair is you coming here only after your plan B crashed. She sobbed openly now, not bothering to wipe her face. So that's it? We're done forever because of one mistake? This wasn't one mistake, Emma. It was a betrayal of everything we stood for, and I deserve better than that. I used her words against her, watching them land. Please, Ethan, let me make it right. I shook my head. You need to leave. I've packed your stuff. Your sister was coming tomorrow, but take it now. She glanced around, noticing the boxes by the door. You were already erasing me. You erased yourself. She stood slowly, defeated. For what it's worth, I'm truly sorry. Seeing those videos, how you turned a disaster into something positive, reminded me why I loved you. Too late, I said, not cruelly, just factually. I helped her load the boxes into her car in silence. As she got in, she looked at me. The breakup party looked fun, she said with a sad smile. I wish I'd been there. No, I said. You don't. Everyone there knew exactly who you were and what you did. This way you kept some dignity. I shut her car door and walked inside without watching her leave. It's been 6 months since. The breakup party video went viral, earning me brief internet fame and even a few TV morning show spots. I got hundreds of messages from strangers with similar betrayals, thanking me for showing a different way to handle heartbreak. Emma and I haven't spoken since. Mutual friends say she quit her job and moved to another state for a fresh start. Ryan married as planned, though gossip spread through her old workplace about his actions. As for me, I'm doing all right. Not amazing, not awful, just all right. Some days I miss the Emma I thought I knew. Other days I'm grateful for the bullet dodged. The viral fame was strange but faded fast, thankfully. If there's a lesson here, it's that when life delivers a sudden disaster, sometimes the best move is to turn up the music and dance anyway. It won't fix everything, but it's better than wallowing in a room full of pity. And if your fiancé texts to dump you before your wedding, at least make sure the venue's worth the price.